All right, welcome everybody. If you're watching this video, you're about to watch a completely unscripted chat between a client and somebody who's become a good friend of mine, Robyn Eva. How you going?
Good, thanks, Anton. Thank you. Yes, we've known each other for over maybe a year, even 18 months now, since I got onto using your virtual assistants, which I am loving.
That's awesome. And I can't remember, but did we find each other on Upwork, or how did we come across each other's paths?
No, it was a friend of mine who I had been saying that I'd been looking for a virtual assistant for years. I kept thinking, I want to use one. This would be great. But I was really concerned about um, finding somebody that might have been unethical.
Yeah,
And because obviously the staff are in the Philippines and in India.
yeah.
And so I wanted to make sure that somebody was doing the up and up and doing the right thing by them.
Yeah.
And so this person introduced me to you. And then I had a meeting with you and you told me exactly, what they get paid, what you get paid
Yeah.
and whatever. And then also I could see how much you're investing
Mm,
in them as well.
yeah.
Like, I love our weekly meetings where you help them grow
Mhm.
and develop. So this is not just a, one way business here.
Absolutely
So
not. Yeah, that is why I'm so keen to talk to you, because it's not a normal working relationship. You're not every one of our clients. Like, what I've noticed about you is that you're on a real journey here. You come to our weekly staff meetings to help contribute to the team, to let the team contribute to you, to let me contribute to everybody, for you to contribute to me. Like, you really are on the journey. And I think one of the things is, there's a lot of us out there who work from home. I work from home. You work from home. There's a lot of us who like can do with a community around us of everybody who's, trying to improve. Would you talk a little bit about that and what it's been like, having us in your life from that perspective?
well, it started off that I just had, the my VA Juvie just do, some I've been doing some videos, and so she was just doing the putting the text up there, posting them on Facebook, posting them on Instagram for me. It started with that. But I kept saying, I want this to be a long-term relationship and I don't know what I need yet,
Mm-hmm.
but I want it to be long-term as my business is growing. And so then with the weekly meetings, I think that's fantastic because I think that one, they get to know more about me, our relationship is developing more. And so there's more an understanding of what my business does. And then, as you say, I get to contribute as well from, my business is delivering training based on emotional intelligence. And so I get to contribute to your meetings too from one of my skills. And in fact, now every month I deliver a free webinar for them, and doing one this evening. And I love that because, again, they're really interested. They want to learn. And this is what you've been saying all along. I want to help them develop. And so do I.
Mm.
And we are a great team. And yeah. And so now I'm getting Judy to create my flyers, any of my proposals. I've then had another team redo my website. And so I'm sort of, as I say, I want a long-term relationship with your team, Anton. And so having that relationship really helps us understanding each other.
Yeah, awesome. And I think that one of the things as well is, like, your business is evolving. You've gone from like smaller groups or smaller entities. You're now kind of breaking out more into the corporate sector. And we can like obviously business is not easy. I don't subscribe to this whole business can or should be easy. Every once in a while, someone gets lucky. If you're selling toilet paper in a pandemic, you're going to do well. But for the rest of us out there who are picking relatively conventional business models and trying to deliver a service, there's ups and downs, right? And like, I think that one of the great things about having this long-term relationship is, like, there are times, when it's good, it's great. when it's not good, we can make adjustments together. There's enough time. We can read each other to make adjustments. And your skills, what you actually do for a living is great because you're an excellent communicator. So these are just observations that I'm making in case anybody else is watching this, is that like there is no guarantee when you take on a VA or when you take on a coach or a trainer, is there, that it's about communication and a long-term view.
What I found, Anton, as well, to support that is I actually lived in China for 7 years. And so I lived in Beijing and then Shanghai. And one of the first things I learned was you can't go into a meeting in China and just say, oh, these are really important people. I better get to the facts and let's, cut to the chase quickly. We've got a 15-minute appointment. No, they believe that most of the meeting is all about getting to know you. It's about building the relationship. And then the last 5 minutes of our meeting would be about business. And I believe that now that's the same here. We don't talk about it, but it is the same. We need to build that relationship so that we understand each other, and then we're going to have a long-term relationship. And isn't that what we all want? Because then, our businesses grow through, for example, one of your friends and one of my friends are saying, hey, listen, Anton's got a great VA business, go with him. And so I trust my friend because I have a good relationship with her, and then I trust you. And so having a long-term relationship with you and your team is important to me, because I know that you'll have the team that can support my changing needs.
Yeah, awesome. That's brilliant.
As business grows.
Awesome. And so let's just quickly talk about you and what your vision is for the next, the foreseeable future. Like, what's the plan now for your training? What are you expanding into? What do you want to achieve?
Thanks, Anton. I love delivering training. It is my passion, and all throughout my career, and I've had lots of different jobs, but one of the common threads in all of them is that I've always, led people and also been trying to develop them to get them to be better versions of themselves. So whether I've been doing it formally or informally, I've always been training people, and it gives me energy. And so I've decided that, now I want to focus on my business. And as you can see from my little logo, my surname is Eva, Robyn Eva, so it's Forever Training. And love that, because for me, it is lifelong learning. That's one of my values that I've always been interested in. And so when I was in China, I started doing some training and delivering training on the skills of emotional intelligence, and it's just embedded in everything we do. And whether, I'm working with teachers, whether I'm working with corporates, whether I'm working with individuals to work out, what do I really want to do in my life? And so I love this because I've seen personally the impact it had. When I was in Shanghai, I was director of an Australian Children's Centre and Training Institute. And so the curriculum that I was delivering was partly based on EQ. And what I noticed is the more I started training the teachers, and then we started offering workshops for parents, and the more our staff started role modelling it, the better I became as a leader. Oh my gosh, I really changed, and I could see a huge difference in myself. And I could see how our team were collaborating better. They were, excited to come to work, and they really wanted to be there. And we saw how then that reflected on our children. Now, if we put that in today's perspective about a corporate situation, if we can get that leader and our senior managers as well, it just flows on.
Absolutely.
And
so
it's
like
easy.
empathy, you're talking about like emotional intelligence, things like empathy, excellent communication, I guess like diffusing, tense situations, all this sorts of stuff is where your expertise is that right?
Absolutely, yeah. Becoming very, self-aware, and then being able to manage yourself. And as you pointed out, empathy. Just, we think about, like I'll just, try and imagine it, walk in their shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but a lot of people really, we're only focusing on what we see from the outside, but we need to see your perspective.
Yeah.
How do I think you are thinking about that? And for me to get that, I've got to know what else is going on. Maybe it's in your life. What are your values? Where has your life experience come from? Because, we're different. And so it's just appreciating that and going, well, you know what? You're doing the best you can with the skills and experience you have.
I love it.
And it's okay.
So all in all, you're out to have businesses get along nicer with each other. You know what I mean? Get along better so that they can be more productive, so that they can focus outwards, not be, fighting battles within.
The research all shows, the more an organisation can have that, great relationship with each other, it will flow on to your customers.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, it's real bottom. It will impact the bottom. Like, you'll feel better if you're in a business and you have a coach such as Robyn, who is kind of who is focused on productivity and harmony. Like that is money well invested. A, there's a better vibe at work, but B, the bottom line is impacted. Businesses are definitely more profitable when everyone's, rowing in the same direction.
Absolutely, without a doubt. Yeah, there's lots of research out there that I can provide to prove.
Absolutely.
The more you've got the teams working together, the more money you will make, without a doubt.
Yeah, Elena Cardone talked recently about, like, in a coaching session, about how one Clydesdale itself can pull X amount of kilos, but if you get two Clydesdales and they're pulling against each other, obviously they can't pull anything because they're going in completely opposite directions. You get two Clydesdales and they're working and trained to go in the same direction, they can take something like four times the amount of weight that one can. And then you get three Clydesdales and you get them going in the same direction. And it keeps scaling up in ways that don't make sense. Like, teamwork really does have such a profound impact on results. So yeah, it's great to see there's people like you out there who are experts in teamwork.
Yeah, great analogy. And also, just understanding your team and ensuring there is diversity in your team as well.
Interesting.
Because we don't want to employ everybody who looks like me, sounds like me, and can do my job.
Yeah.
We need to make sure we've got the risk takers, the people who are risk adverse, the visionaries, the to-do list people, the people who will connect emotionally with people to get change going in the organisation.
Yeah, great point. Really great point. I love that, because, and then, like, having them work together and respect and speak to each other's strengths is a great thing, and understand the reason for where the weaknesses may be as well, and be empathetic towards those.
Well, which brings me then into psychological safe spaces. There's a huge amount of research out there to say, if you can create a team where people feel it's okay to fail, then they're going to come up with ideas. And I used to do this with my marketing team in Shanghai.
Right.
They would come with one idea, and then I'd go, oh, okay, I never thought about that. I just never. Well, what about this? And then they'd go, what about this? And I'd go, so it's like a tennis match, and all of a sudden we're all getting excited. Neither one of us, any of us, could have come up with that idea, but just feeling safe to go, I could say something silly, meant that we could, create great things together.
Amazing. That actually reminds me, one of our leadership team, Alexa, came up with an idea not that long ago, and she actually created, with each individual VA, they have a thread called, name of person, safe space. And so it's a discussion thread with Alexa where the VAs can say whatever they want to her about a client, about themselves, about their life, about our team, about our management, about our model. They can say whatever they want, completely unjudged, and can always just communicate in there, and it's off the record, if you like. And it's having a great impact on our team. You're right. The psychological safe space is something that we overlooked for quite a while. And we were losing people sometimes because they would not communicate, because they didn't feel it was safe, and then they would leave. So I really get it.
Yep. Trust.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Robyn, you are a real pleasure. And I'm so excited that we are going to continue working together throughout the years. Who knows how it looks and how it goes up and down, but you're someone who walks along beside our company and we walk along beside you, and there's a sense of team. And that's always going to be there no matter what the structure looks like. So, and I just thank you and acknowledge you for everything that you do for businesses out there and people out there, and the contribution that you are. And is there anything else you want to say to complete our little interview?
Oh, no, but look, I'm so glad I'm on board with using your services. And as I say, coming to the weekly meetings, I, really learn because, yes, you're bringing all your knowledge from all your coaching. And so as a business person on my own, I feel connected to another group and I learn too. So thank you, Anton.
Yeah, thank you. I learned just as much from you as you learned from me. So it's another piece of the partnership. Thanks so much, Robyn Eva, for ever training. I will look forward to seeing you around the traps real soon.
Thanks, Anton.
Thanks a
Have a
lot.
good day.
Bye.
Bye.